All right, listen up, pups. You want to know about the glass walkers? Yeah, I know. Not your usual bone gnawer campfire story. No worm-tainted horrors, no grand battles against the leeches. Just a tale about our friends, the ones who walk the towers, who don't get dirt on their hands, the ones who've made their peace with the weaver. Our friends, for now. See, I got history with 'em, done deals with 'em, had drinks with 'em, even fought beside 'em more than once. And I'll tell you right now, I like 'em, but I don't trust 'em, because the way the world's going, the way the weaver is tightening its web around everything, one day they're going to have to make a choice. And when they do, I don't think we're going to like their answer, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start at the beginning, yeah? Back in the days before steel and glass, before the cities rose, the guru ran free. The wild howled through the forest, the worm slithered beneath the earth, and the weaver, she was just a little thing, spinning her webs, connecting the world bit by bit, but not too much. The balance held, and then humans happened. At first, they built small, villages, towns, no big deal. But then the weaver got ideas, big ideas, cities, roads, towers that clawed at Luna's belly. She got stronger, the wild got weaker. Most of the guru, they saw it happening and ran. The silver fangs, the git, the red talons, they clung to the wilds, saying the cities were unnatural, said they were cages for the spirit. But the glass walkers, they saw something else. They saw opportunity. They didn't run from the cities. They claimed them. When the first fires burned in the forges, when the first gears turned, when the first ink dried on the first contract, the walkers were there. They saw the way the world was changing and said, this ain't gonna stop, so we might as well be the ones calling the shots. Now, don't go thinking they bowed to the weaver outright. Nah. It wasn't that simple. The glass walkers always thought they were the ones in control. They were going to tame the weaver, make her work for them, use her gifts, but never be bound by 'em. And for a long time, it worked. When the rest of us were still sniffing trees, they were making deals in merchant houses, building empires out of gold and ink. They had spirits, not just wolves, but crows, rats, even machine spirits, things no other tribe would touch. And when the Industrial Revolution hit, oh boy, did they thrive. They rode the steam, the steel, the wires, the circuits. Hell, they were some of the first guru to realize the internet was more than just a bunch of nerds yelling at each other. They got their claws in early, and by the time the rest of the world caught up, they were already kings. But there's a thing about making deals with the weaver. She don't ever stop pulling. At first, it's just a little favor. A trick here, a shortcut there. Then it's a law, a rule, a system. Before you know it, you ain't free no more, and that's the part that scares me. See, the walkers, they ain't like us. Bone gnawers, we live in the cracks, the slums, the sewers, the places the world pretends don't exist. But the glass walkers, they got money, they got connections, they got their claws in everything. They own banks, tech firms, social media platforms, underground markets. You think the government's got secrets? The walkers got better ones. They can make a man disappear without a body, without a trace, just a line of code vanishing from a database. But here's the thing about power. It don't make you smarter. It just makes you think you are. And I look at 'em now. I see how deep they're in, how much they depend on the weaver's little toys, how much their spirits talk in ones and zeros instead of growls and howls. And I wonder, how much longer till the weaver don't need 'em no more? Now, I ain't saying they're lost. Not yet. They still fight the worm. They still rage, still bleed, still howl at Luna when the moon is right. And when the leeches try to pull their strings, they cut the damn strings. They're Guru. But they're playing a game that ain't ours. Every year the weaver gets stronger. She tightens her grip. More cameras, more surveillance, more laws, more control. The walkers don't just use her tools. They depend on 'em. And one day real soon, she's gonna pull the leash. And when that happens, I don't know where they're gonna stand. I don't know if they'll even have a choice. Maybe they'll fight it. Maybe they'll break free. Or maybe they'll look at us, the Bone Gnawers, the Fianna, the Black Furies, all the wild tribes, and say, the old ways are over. The world belongs to the weaver now. And when that day comes, I think we all better be ready. For now, we're friends. For now, they got our backs, and we got theirs. But I ain't a fool. I see the way the wind's blowing, and if one day we gotta fight 'em, I just hope, for their sake, they remember who their real enemies are. Because when the web comes for them, I don't know if we'll be able to cut 'em loose, and I don't know if they'll want us to.